to him for that. They should have a professional counselor on the marriage. And then otherwise they get up here in the podium, and then the next thing I see up there, I see discord, indecision, disagreement, interference, rudeness, and I think of people like Samson, David, King David's Saul. Jonah was another one, and all this again, I reiterate, is that they should all plan, contemplate it constantly, especially prayer, praying about how they're going to proceed, and be sure that they're committed to this marriage. That's all I can add to it.
That's good. I like the comment about the performance.
Yeah.
All right, pass the mic.
Okay. Our 5 red flags that were identified in the family is too much social media, entertainment, lying, disobedience, speculating, going ahead of God, and pride. One of the samples in the Bible for too much social media and entertainment are the 5 foolish virgins. They spend a lot of time in the world, and for lying is the unfaithful steward, the Ananias and Sapphira. They think of they are giving a lot to the Lord, but it's not the whole thing. Disobedience, the prodigal son, and then for speculating or going ahead of God is Sarah. She gave Hagar so that they could have a son. And then for pride, it was the example here is Absalom, Nebuchadnezzar, and Judas. And one of the solutions that we identified is in Colossians 3 verses 1 to 4. It says here, if you then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Set your affection on things above, not on things of the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid in Christ in God.
Wow! All right. Ooh, y'all gotta come behind all that. All right.
Okay, our group identified 5 red flags. Number 1 is Facebook. Yes, it's true. It interferes. It's a red flag for our spiritual life, our family life, and our work life. Number 2 is incorrect priority in choices. Number 3 is our Laodicean condition. That's a red flag for all of us. Number 4 is wrong choices of diet. Yes. We may become vegetarian, but we eat a lot. Next, technology is number 5, red flag. So how to get away from each one? For Facebook, our solution was to set a time for Facebook and use it for ministry. Next, for our incorrect priority choices, prioritize God first. In whatever we do, drink, eat, and do. Next, number 3, for the Laodicean condition, read the Word, ask for the Holy Spirit, and have true revival and reformation. That would help our Word. And then number 4, for wrong choices of diet, follow the counsels of health and diet. Or follow Daniel's diet. And for technology, do away with other things such as chores, gardening, exercise, walking, and everything. And then for examples, number 1 is Adam and Eve. Angels were coming to them every day to remind them that the tree of knowledge you shouldn't eat, but they still ate. They missed the red flag there. Yep, thanks. How about Cain as well? They were told to offer the right offering to God, but Cain missed the red flag as well. Lot's wife, they were told not to turn back. She missed the red flag as well. She turned to salt. People in Noah's flood, they were reminded 120 years about the coming flood, and they missed it, and they all perished. And then Judas Iscariot, of course, he missed it. That's it.
That's excellent. You all are doing really deep. All right, the young men.
For the 5 red flags, we have anger, overspeeding, killing, biking with no helmet, and sleeping in class. Well, what I need to do to get get out of the way. Just calm down, follow the speed limit to do it again, and do not do it again. Don't buy violent materials, and don't kill. And wear a helmet all the time, and sleep early all the time. And for the Bible characters that didn't recognize the red flag as Jacob, Peter, Adam, and Eve.
Okay, the red flags are lying to the Lord, and also they were reminded to follow the Lord's command, but they didn't, disobedient. And material things more important than everything else. And then they were sent to spy the land, but then, they did not tell the truth when they come back. And then when they went to another land or another area, they said, don't tell that I am your husband, I'm your cousin or nephew, something like that. And so the Bible characters here are Ananias and Sapphira. They said that they would like to give all to the Lord's work, and they withheld some. And Adam and Eve, they lied to the Lord, they hid, and the Lord asked them where they are, because they know that they did something wrong, that they did not follow what the Lord commanded them to do, not to eat of the tree of life, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And then with the material things, they were instructed not to turn back. And when she turned back and looked at this, she became a pillar of salt. And then Caleb and Joshua were the only spies that came back, and they were given the opportunity to see the promised land. And then it was Abraham and Sarah also. I think the king has given an offering, because when Abraham lied that he was the cousin of something called Sarah, and then they found out that their husband.
He told him that he was my brother. Right. Excellent.
For ours, I don't know if we got the question, but what we have understood, 5 red flags which we which we point towards relationships. So first was procrastination / laziness, kind of like lack of determination and lack of direction in life. Next is criminal record. I know this past is past, but people who are still doing it, still stealing, still murdering, those are red flags for us. Abuse, drug and physical abuse. Unequally yoked, like how can you walk together unless you're in the same mind, and considered or selfish, because you cannot really teach somebody who's selfish, who knows that they're the best or they're the only good person. And how can we get out of those red flags? First, submission to God. Next is recognition that there's a red flag. And then acceptance that there's a red flag, because sometimes we recognize but we don't accept. We're still in the denial stage. And last but not least is the willpower to escape, which is pretty tough for people who are already in that situation. Three Bible characters who saw red flags were Judas, Mrs. Lot, and King Saul. King Saul especially because according to the spirit of prophecy, the Holy Spirit kept on talking to him until to the point that he went to the part where he consulted the witch, and that's it. That's already done for him. So that's ours.
Okay, the 5 warnings. I have the group of all tackles more on relationship. It says no preparation. Every day there's no much preparation at home. No communication at all. The communication are very, let's say if you're leaving or not, you just leave. No giving a chance in their arguments, so more argumentative at home. No initiative to do things, and non-caring, didn't give any importance to each other. So, the 5 warnings is proper communication every day, need to pray, don't leave the arguments unsettled. So you need to talk and communicate. Meet the difference in the middle. So you need to compromise to each other. Show love or don't take care or don't be granted of your relationship. Don't be selfish. Then you need to know how when you talk and how to be quiet. And then, like in the Bible, it says Solomon that he married and he offered sacrifices. And the Adam and Eve warning that he followed more and Eve. And Lot, he warned that he took back and looked back. And Jonah that he didn't follow God for the warning.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
So, for our group, our 5 red flags were greed, lust, procrastination, blasphemy, or worldly desires / materials and phones, social media. So, what do I need to do to get out of the way of the red flags? Be put to walk in the Spirit of God, to have the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. Our 3 Bible characters were Judas Iscariot, Sarah and Abraham, when they weren't patient because God told them that they would have a son, but Abraham had Hagar and they gave birth to Ishmael, so they weren't patient. And the rich young ruler.
So our 5 red flags were stealing, child abuse, judging other people, adultery, and disobedience to the law.
Excuse me, that's your group right there?
Okay, how to stay out of the red flag. Think about the quote WWJD, which means what would Jesus do? Think about your actions and your words. Ask and pray for help from God. Be happy you were picked as a participant to serve at church and to follow the 10 Commandments. How does our group identify God? So we have as our Creator, as our Sustainer, as our Redeemer, as our loving Father, a jealous and envious God.
Praise the Lord. Praise the child where it shall go. Praise the Lord. All right.
So our 5 flags that we came up with was intimate temptations outside our marriage, being a hypocrite, insensitivity toward others, uncontrollable temper, and being rude. And how you could get out of the way is just self-control for one, being a hypocrite, try to reflect on yourself first, look at yourself before you judge. Insensitivity, just try to put yourself in their situation. And uncontrollable temper, just take a deep breath and relax. Being rude, you just try to remember that you wouldn't want anyone being rude to you, so you try to be polite to other people. And 3 Bible characters that we picked for Adam and Eve, Jonah and Lucifer.
That was the first one we had on Lucifer.
Alright, 5 red flags. I started with choosing to compromise on things we may consider to be very simple, like doing secular things on Sabbath and working on God's Sabbath when we don't have to. And we're in a society where a lot of people come from migrant backgrounds and they come here and they say, I have to do it to survive in this country. And these are the small compromises, because if you are able to compromise on small things like that as obedience to God, it's easy to go to the next one, to break the law and to go ahead and steal and do illegal things in this country. Especially what's going on right now, I had to touch this.
All right.
A second one is allocate our time properly. It's very easy to get on social media and say, just go ahead and say hi to somebody, and you spend an hour on Facebook and go to the next one. It's an addiction, and I think the devil has used technology for a good thing, but it's becoming a bad thing because Satan is the master of inventions.
And he knows 6,000 years of experience. He knows how to get us. So how to allocate our time properly, and that is one thing we have to be aware of. The third one is parents' lackadaisical attitude. We're in a society where it's modern, so then you let your child go to a party, even though you're a Christian, but you know that it's a non-Christian party. It starts that way. And then we blame our children, but it's our behavior. The way parents dress. You wonder how your daughter dresses that way. Look at mommy. And then how daddy does these things. I mean, children. We are setting examples for our children that we don't realize we are doing it. We go to a certain environment. We don't have to blend in. There's nothing wrong in standing out as a parent and disciplining your child when everybody else does. So we have to look at our attitudes that is not influencing our children to walk out of the church or do things because we're so easy and laid back because of society. Another one is traditions. Most of us are not born in this country, and if you're born in second generations, and traditions, like for me and my husband are from West Africa, and we have voodoo, and we have Santeria, and we have masquerade, and so in Philippines and other places there are traditions. And I grew up with carnival. Carnival is big, it's raunchy, it's dirty, and I acknowledge my tradition, I don't embrace it. Because we tell our children this is part of the tradition, and the things they eat in the islands and stuff, that's part of who we are, that's part of who we are as a culture. But as a Christian, you cannot embrace these things. So we have to teach our children a culture that says, we come from that, but we don't do it. And I think that's another thing that's kind of seeping in now because everyone wants to embrace their culture. But then there's a very thin line when we do not teach our children that we are not to embrace it, but we are still part of it. The fifth one is pornography. I had to say that. Pastors, leaders, people you never suspect are into pornography. You know how it starts? Very subtle. A little thing on Facebook, a little leg, a little arm. And we don't think it's bad, but it's so easy for somebody who never thought they'd be into pornography to be reeled in. Everybody is quietly behind their phone, texting, don't know what they're looking at. And sometimes you get things that you don't want to get in your phone, and people look at it and stay on your phone in the children's seat. And then you say, you know what, the next one. You know what, let me just look at the next one. And then you find yourself spending hours, not only men, but our young children, our young boys, are so exposed to sexual perversion now. And the parents are oblivious to it because they want to get in the time, so they give them a cell phone and give them everything, social media. Pornography is big, it's an addiction, and I think that's another red flag that we have to see that this can get you to spend years in jail like the subway guy. Let me not talk about that one. Okay, it says, and spiritual, five people in the Bible, somebody mentioned Abraham and Sarah, well, they got that one. Saul. When Saul was told not to, I think, go into battle, and either he didn't wait for Samuel to, and Samuel had to come and either do the sacrifice, and the term was it's better to obey than to sacrifice. And so many times in our lives, you know, it's better to do this than to go ahead and just say, well, I was just trying helping out. And if he had listened, he would save himself a tons of headache. Adam and Eve, there is strength in numbers. And if Eve was with Adam, I don't think she would have been tempted. So she left the company of her husband, and Satan was there just to put in a subtle line. And now here we are today. Solomon and his wives. Solomon chose that lifestyle. I'm sure he started with one or two. Then very soon he had 1,000 women. Imagine the influence of one woman, much as 1,000. And that's what brought him out of, make him do all these things that he never envisioned that he would do. And everything starts as a slow thing. And we have to be careful that these things do not, the things that we can't consider small. It says the small foxes, the little foxes that spoil the bunch. Okay, so these are the 5 spiritual people in the Bible. And how do we get away from that? It's just God first in our lives. Because if you have God first in your life, everything else will fall into place because you consider Him as the person who gives you advice and puts you on the right track, and you want to please God all the time.
All right, well, 5 red flags that we discussed about. Drinking, gambling, idolatry, anything that takes the place of God in your life. Being unequally yoked before getting into a relationship. Not going to church. Being hypocritical or judgmental. And parents abusing kids. Two, what do I need to do to get out of my own way? Go to church and do church activities. Stop being friends with those that gamble and drink. Find ways to focus on healthier behavior, sports, work, volunteer, reaching out. Get busy with nature. Focus on God and prayer and Bible study. Avoid the works of the flesh, wicked behavior. Strengthen faith with the Holy Spirit and the Bible. Humble yourself and deny yourself. Putting in your heart the love for your fellow man. And three people that did not recognize red flags: Judas Iscariot, Absalom, and King Saul.
I think we're just gonna summarize it. Anyway, on our group with Tatay and Joanne, we talk more about the red flags in terms of relationship. First, we have the one talked about a lot, different belief couple that get together. That's a very big red flag, swaying red flag. Because how are you gonna raise up your kids after who are you gonna follow after your dad or mom? Second is for this talks about the married couple or close friends. When you have problem, instead of talking with each other, you tend to it's easily to talk to other people. Like open your it's like your dirty linen out in public instead of directly hitting them. Yeah, everybody knows exact the person that should be learning about it. And third is being disrespectful, not just let's say friends you hang out with or for couples, sweethearts that your boyfriend, your girlfriend you see already there, they're being disrespectful to their parents. How would they respect their very own parents or elders in the church, things like that. And also whirlwind romance. This is more on making quick decision, making major decision in life that takes a short, you don't have that long period of time to make. Remember, women are created the last. God took time to create women. Because we're special. So it means, I'm just trying to say is, the major things that will be decided on should take time, especially if it involves a lifetime. Okay, so how do you get out of it? It's very good if you recognize the red flag, and if you did, be faithful to God, because we know that God is always faithful to us. He will always be there to answer us if we call Him, and it's just seek help. And it's not only going to be God. God will be using people around us to help us. So when you ask for help, listen and heed the help extended to you. Okay, for the Bible characters that we identified that see or miss the red flag or been shown the red flag and miss it, but we're able to turn around. Some were mentioned. Jonah, we're gonna discuss Peter. Peter was overly confident in his faith when before the crucifixion, Jesus was talking about his death, and he was given a warning, denying Jesus 3 times, and he was like, "I'm strong in my faith, I can do it." Probably it applies to us nowadays. We're like, "Oh, I'm anchored with God, I can do things on my own," but Peter failed miserably. The good thing is, he turns around and he found himself next to God again. Second is Mrs. Lot was mentioned, but we're focusing on Lot. He should have seen the city, the attraction of the city. So, but we know what happened to him, and then he ended up sleeping with his own daughters. And third is Eve. This is more not just focusing on Eve eating the fruits, but it is wandering away from the husband, and that's where temptations and attractions comes in that could get in between not just a couple relationship, but like even in the family, when the members of the family wanders away, and that's when distraction, disunity comes in. So that's what it is.
Okay, we recognize 5 red flags, and basically these are just very simple ones that happens in everybody's lives. Very, very simple. Like too much watching TV and eating junk food, sleeping too much, less time for spiritual activities, and spending too much buying unnecessary things. So these are so simple, but it happens, and I'm guilty for that. And so what do we do to get rid of these red flags? First of all, of course, we pray, because we cannot do much, very important. We need to pray to God, because there is in the Bible that all things are possible with the Lord. Right? So we claim that promise. So in the same token, we have a time management. As much as possible, if you could just watch news, because you need to know the news, especially the hurricane. Buy, cook, and eat healthy. Sleep early and do exercise. And buy only what you need. Okay. The characters we have are three. Adam and Eve. She was tempted first with their lust of the appetite. And Joseph, he was also tempted. Actually, he was seduced by Potiphar's wife, but he was strong enough with the Lord's grace to be able to recognize that. Peter denied Christ 3 times. Many so often in our daily lives, we don't realize that we denied Christ. But Christ is always forgiving. So these are some of the things that we took.
That was excellent. Very good. Excellent. You're on point. Elder Mark.
Okay, some of the red flags we identified is not attending church consistently, making up excuses for not coming to church, being judgmental. For husbands and wives, not really communicating, lack of communication, realizing problems that are maybe occurring. Children maybe not be lacking self-discipline, and husbands or wives who confide in the opposite sex and not in their spouses. So the ways to get out, church members we need to encourage each other to visit each other, to when people are not attending church, to encourage you to visit, to pray for the person, to help them realize that they need to come to church and to be a part of God's family. For the judgmental comments, pray that the Lord gives us a Christ-like character to understand the example that we need to follow in following Him. 3, for couples who aren't communicating enough, pray together as a couple, worship together, spend as much time together with the Lord. Number 4 is to discipline, for parents to really lay the discipline on their children. They really need to do that. There's just no other way with the Lord's help. And also for husbands and wives and confiding in other people of the opposite sex, know your limitations, and pray together again as a couple that we don't seek attention of other people. The people that we came up with, the Bible characters, were Cain, the sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, and Joseph's brothers.
Wow. All right. All right, audience. I know it says that way, Captain. Now, that took time. Get it out. But anything that we're going to allow change for takes time. Listening to the answers and the research of it. Now, the question is, are we going to apply that information to our lives? Yes. Everything that was said to the youngest, have mercy, to all of the adults, impacts us that can make a difference. Am I right? Yes. So we heard television, social media. We heard buying what you need, making sure that we don't commit adultery, staying away from temptations, get out in nature, go and help others. Am I right? Right. Really looking at those who did not honor the red flag. And what happened to Ananias? When he lied, what happened? And then his wife comes right in behind him. And she what? And then she lied and she died. God will send you test after test. Will you, number 1, have the immeasurable favor, and when you recognize the red flags and run? Don't sit and have conversation with the devil. Why would you have conversation with the devil? Whether it's on television, whether you're spending money that you know you shouldn't spend, or you're going into places where you know you shouldn't be. I had a man that called me about 4 weeks ago. He's sitting at the door of the casino. Dr. Kim, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I keep my phone on for these reasons. All my patients have my phone number. What good is it if you can't reach your doctor. And I went down in my pajamas. Yes, I did. Because I didn't have time to get dressed. Threw some socks, gym shoes on. I was there. I sat on the edge of the street. I said, go and put your hand on the door. Go open the door. That's a red flag for you to open that door. He was standing there like this, just shaking. We sat on the edge of the curb in front of the casino for 5 hours. Him crying, talking, until he got his breakthrough. Sometimes you've got to go through to get your breakthrough. He's lost everything. He sold a brand new Jaguar for $10,000 to the casino. Lost his wife, children, home, his children's college tuition. All gone. And all he could do was just commit suicide. Now what if I didn't recognize his red flag, Sharon, Roy, and go and help? He was asking for help. So my getting out of my comfortable bed did not matter. God said, so send I you. Amen. Let's give all our captains a hand. Amen. Wasn't that marvelous? That was just marvelous. I hope we got that on camera. Did we get that on camera? Yes. Oh, that was excellent. Yeah. You have to rationalize everything. Not your rationalization, but rationalize it. Oh no. You can't. Mm-mm. You cannot rationalize, even in marriage. No. Brother Stewart was saying rationalization. You can't rationalize with God. In a marriage, you cannot rationalize right or wrong. Before you commit adultery, you have put yourself in harm's way. It was just lunch. It was just conversation. Why are you conversation and telling someone our business? You don't let anyone, well, they're just my friend. No, the enemy knows exactly when, where, and how, and who. Amen? Amen. Every time you put yourself in harm's way, red flag, God is sending you warning. Doesn't the Bible say, Sharon, God sends warning before destruction? He will send you a warning. If those tires, Don, are going low on the tire, you going to go to work anyway? No. He needs to take the car to see about those tires, because your wife is going to be out there somewhere and she's going to get a flat, and you knew to take those tires in. Amen? Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Why are you still putting air in the tire? Air in the tire. Maybe you don't have the money to get the tire, but we need to come up with a plan. That's a red flag. So if God says to you, you have high blood pressure, you are overweight, you need to work out, lose some weight, change the way you eat, or you're going to have a stroke. And you don't have to be overweight. You can be underweight and not eating right. Amen? And so I just lost 80 pounds. 80 pounds. I went from 210. My husband, he loved me chubby. He didn't mind. He said, you're just a cute little chubby girl. You know, but I was a size 4 before I started having babies. Them babies will do something to you. And so, you know, this suit is kind of big on me, you know. It's kind of big on me now. Amen, somebody. Amen, all this. And, you know, as a speaker, you got to dress appropriately. You got to cover up. And I always do. I dress appropriately. And my mother, old school. And I saw a picture of me. And I said, Arthur, who is that? He said, baby, I love you. I love you. I said, who is that? It was a picture of me from the back directing the choir. I said, that's me. I said, oh. I said, that's it. I'm going to the gym. I think Arthur went out walking with me the first day. I walked 2 houses and turned around. The next day, we walked 4 houses, turned around. The next day, we walked a block. I said, okay. He said, come on, baby, we can do 2 blocks. And then he said, you know what? Ooh, we got to do something else more drastic. When Arthur was diagnosed in April 28th, the Lord told me to go completely vegan. I want you to let everything go. I was already vegetarian, but I want you to let go of the dairy products, chips, corn chips, Doritos. Ooh, I love me some Dorito and dip. I want you to let go of potato salad. And I had some vegan potato salad the other day. It was quite good. I want you to let go of all the soy, everything. I was like, God, really? And all my husband could do was juice it. That's all he could do was juice. And small portions. So I began to eat his way. It was a red flag. God said, I want to save your life. But I have friends who are size 2 who are unhealthy because they don't eat right and they don't exercise. So we've got to find a happy medium so that we do not fall in line with the red flags. Now, can I go to Satan for a minute? Who said Lucifer? Who mentioned Lucifer as one of the characters? Outstanding. All right? Do you really care? Do you really think he cares about red flags? Ian? Why doesn't Satan care about the red flags? He creates the red flags. Number one, he creates them. All right? But why is it that he is just like, Mark, I'm not worried about Mark. I'm not worried about Natalie. I'm not worried about Don and Ian and Marie. I'm not worried. You know, I'm not worried about Mr. Stewart. I'm not worried. Why isn't he worried about certain people, but he's worried about other people? Because he's got them. What do you mean he's got them? Come on, talk to me. You're on his side. What do you mean he's on his side? You're on the devil's side, but what does that mean? Okay, you're on his side. He's got you. What does that mean to Satan? What does it mean to Lucifer? He has the power and control over you. He knows that you're over here. So he's like, I don't have to spend any time over here. But what if he has Benjamin? He really wants Benjamin. All right? He really wants, Emma. He wants these babies because they go to Sabbath school, they lead out, they're singing, they're praising God. We've got to distract these children because these children are going to grow up and be leaders in the church. So if he can get them now, there will be no church. Do you understand? If Satan can destroy the family, he destroys the church. Because we are the collective body. So why is it so important for us to recognize the red flags? We see it, and you see that beautiful outfit. Ooh, light bill, tithes and offering, check. Well, tithes, offering, light bill, gas bill, phone bill paid. I got an extra $400. But I want that outfit. Or I could put that $400 into a savings to start building. But I want that outfit. Somebody mentioned appetite. Who mentioned appetite? Somebody mentioned appetite. Roy. Appetite also means our desires. Somebody said that word. Why is it so difficult for us to give our control to Jesus? Why is it so difficult for me to say, I'm not going to buy that outfit? I'm not going to buy that pair of shoes. I don't really need them, but I want them. Desires. What else? The pride of life. Pride of life. You're getting close. What else? Selfishness. Yes. Because I want what I want, when I want, how I want it. It doesn't matter why I want it. I just want it and I'm going to have it. All right? So where's Martin? Martin. Come on, Martin. Come on, Martin. Where's my other mic? Martin. M-A-R-D-E-N. I don't even know my husband's name. That's all right. Come on here. Now, I want you to take note what's about to happen. All right? Don't be scared. Look at him being scared. Okay? Now, we're in the grocery store. Okay? All right? And he wants certain things, but I'm not going to let him have certain things. Okay? So we're going to the store. Now, let's watch what's going to happen. All right? Put that ice cream back. Put that ice cream back.
I haven't had an ice cream since.
Listen, we're not going to have any ice cream, okay? What did I say? What did I say? Put the ice cream back.
I'm paying for it.
I don't get what? What?
I'm gonna use my money.
Listen. Put it back. I make more money than you, all right, and I pay more bills than you.
I work too.
Oh, you work, but you're not making as much money as me, all right? Put the ice cream back, all right? I'm not going to argue. Put the ice cream back. I'm not going to argue with you, all right? Why are you embarrassing me in the store? Why are you embarrassed? Don't let me have to get loud in the store, all right? Put the ice cream back. You know what? You know what? All right? If you don't put that ice cream back. What? Peanut butter cookies? What?
What's healthy?
What? It is not. Put peanut butter cookies, Oreos, Doritos. If you get some fruit, vegetables, get some asparagus, okay? Put all this stuff back, all right? Do you hear me? Don't you talk back to me. Don't you dare talk back to me. You understand? Pause. What happened? What's happening? Number one, you see what? What do you see? You see a red flag. But what's going on in the grocery store? Fighting. We're fighting, arguing, and because he ain't seen me fighting yet. All right? What else is going on in the conversation? Rudeness. Somebody mentioned that. Disrespect. What else? Did it get physical? Did it get physical? Yeah. Who got physical? You all didn't see that, okay? All right? But what is the main ingredient here that I'm trying to get him to do? It's not about him being healthy, putting the food back. I want to control. It's all about the control, okay? Now, I am going to be in control of this marriage, whether you like it or not. All right? Y'all down here smiling. Look at you. Don, don't tell me they done. I see something there. All right? So now, let's go back. He's all paused now, right? Fine. Buy all what you want to buy. I got an insurance policy on you. You drop dead, you drop dead.
That's nice.
Fine, I'll return it.
Yeah, I thought he would return. All right. By the way, your mother called, and she invited us to dinner, but we are not going tonight. We're going to my parents. We haven't been to my parents' house for 3 weeks. We're going to my parents' house. All right. We were at your mother's house, your dad's. We were over there the last 4 weeks. I'm not going over there anymore. All right. Okay.
Okay, but next week.
No.
Well,
what is it?
This week, your parents. Next week, my parents.
You giving me a migraine, okay? Literally a migraine. And let me say this. Christmas is just you and I. It's our first Christmas. We're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Thanksgiving, we're not going anywhere. Is that clear?
All right, just us.
Just us. You got that? And we're not going to your parents' house for the next 6 months. You understand?
6 months.
6 months. What? You lived with them for 20 years. What did you want?
Yeah, but why is it bad to visiting them once in a while?
Every time I turn around, she's calling you. What does she want?
She's my mother.
I am your wife, okay? You cleave unto your wife. You leave your mom. What don't you understand?
Just visiting.
I said no more visiting right now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
I don't want to fight.
I'm tired of fighting. Every time I turn around, I'm fighting with you, okay? All right. And you act like you've been married 30 years. We only been married 2 months. This is ridiculous.
Well, who starts the fight?
All right, give him a hand. Amen. No, you didn't say who starts the fight. Excellent. All right. So control. What else did I want? I want control, but I want something else. What do I want, Elder Mark? What do I want? And what? I already know I'm selfish, honey. Okay. What? Why am I insecure? Because I'm his mother. His relationship with his mother is so strong, so tight. And I'm like, what is it? And maybe I didn't have that kind of relationship with my parents. All right? See, unequally yoked is not just about religion. You could be unequally yoked mentally, emotionally, financially, academically. But I am unequally yoked to him because I didn't have that kind of bond with my mother, my father. You know, when they get together, I'm like, why they always hugging on each other? Why they always got to be together? Why they got to sit together in the same church? Can't we just go someplace else? Because of the bond. So that person may be insecure of that relationship. You understand? Why do people argue with people? We already know they want control. But why do they argue? Pride. What else?
They just like want to argue.
They what?
They just like want to argue.
Argument? What?
You know what? You couldn't have said it better. They enjoy it. There are people who are confrontational. And they love arguing.
Yeah.
All right? You meet somebody who there was nothing Martin did. I just want to argue with him. All right? Am I right?
Yes.
And there's no reason for it. And that will cause a red flag early on. And those personalities in the parents can go into the personality, that spirit, into your children. All right?
How can we stop it?
Okay, how can we stop it? I'm getting ready to get to solutions. Yes.
There's no understanding each one of them.
There's no understanding. Going back, we need to know our personality. Now, an A-type personality is a person who is very aggressive, who's very strong, who likes to be in charge, leadership. B-type is not high-strung like an A-type, but they will get the job done. C-type people, laid back, will sit there, observe, then make a decision. D people are depressed a lot. All right? Now, let's talk about Dr. Kim. What type of personality do I have? I am an A all the way. I am not passive aggressive. I am aggressive. I will see you on the sidewalk, and if you try to hurt me, make sure you don't let me get up. Don't let me get up. I was in boarding school, and I went to my dorm room, and all the girls were standing by my dorm room. And I'm like, what? What? And they said, you think you all this and that, and you all this and that, and da-da-da-da. And I said, whoever puts their hands on me, make sure I don't get back up. Because somebody's going to die today. And they all just backed up because they thought I lost my mind. I think that's when my A personality came out. All right? B type. Arthur was a B type. Kim. Yes, Arthur. Kim. Can we take it down a notch? Kim. If you ever watched us on 3ABN, you will see his personality. He plays a lot of humor, but he was a B type, Roy, all the way. All right? When you live with an A, I can't marry an A because, I would be divorced. Now, Martin, he is a BC. He's a mixture. All right? So he can live with an A. It's going to be hard for him to live with an A, but he needs like a B-type personality. So, Martin, when you get ready to get married, you look for that B-type personality because your mama going to have to hurt somebody, all right? C-type people, all right? Mark, what type of personality is Mark? Mark is between a B and an A. When it comes to leadership, being a husband and a father, he goes right back into that A role. But when I saw him in choir rehearsal or leading now, he's B. He is a B. He does not like arguing. He doesn't want to fight. He wants things to be at peace. Am I correct? He wants to make love, not war. Amen, somebody. Like that, all these babies. How many babies? 6 of them? No, I'm just playing. All right. So, all right. Let's look at Marie. What type of personality? She's B, but she will go into a mode of A for leadership. Okay? All right? What's your name? Caitlin is what type of personality? A. She is an A all the way. All right? She's going to run the United States of America. Yeah, you better get ready. All right? Mom and dad is done. It's over. Don't try to quench that spirit. It is what it is. You say, where did it come from, Dr. Kim? All right? So she is going to be the first woman president. Amen. All right, let's see here. Okay, Ian. What kind of personality is Ian? Ian is a BC. All right? He is quiet. He is reserved. He is very due diligent. But he will sit in a meeting and then he will make a decision. He's not going to be aggressive about it. All right? What kind of personality is Brother Stewart?
I'm still searching. I don't know. I'm still searching. I don't know.
Y'all not right. Y'all not right.
Somewhere between.
Who say B?
F.
D? No, who like D?
It's treated like a dog.
Brother Stewart, I'm on your side. All right.
No, you're an A.
No, you're not an A. You just loquacious. You know what loquacious is?
Yeah.
Say loquacious. No, you gotta say it. Loquacious.
Loquacious.
Yeah, you just talkative. That's all. You are an A student, but you are the one that's going to keep. If there's a church picnic, you better have Brother Stewart there. You want to have some life at that church picnic. If you're having a social, you need to have Brother Stewart at that social. Everybody else going to be sitting up against the wall. Amen. Brother Stewart going to come in and say, "What's up?" Okay?
I never got A's in school.
Okay. So you are a B-A personality. You're reserved, you're calm, but that A will come out. But you're more of an A, Brother Stewart. You're more of an A. You're a quiet A. You're a quiet A personality.
That's dangerous. Is that dangerous?
No, it's not. You're like a quiet. You're like a quiet storm. You're like a storm.
Oh no.
You don't know when you're coming. You don't know when Brother Stewart is coming. All right.
Hurricane Stewart.
Hurricane Stewart is on the way. All right. Okay, am I right? You know your members, all right? Okay, now let's look at Don. Don is a what?
B.
He's a B.A. I knew that right away. B.A. personality. All right. Okay, let me go here to the back. Let's go get someone in the back. Who is that? You want me to tell your personality? What's your name? Oh, that's my arm met you this morning. Okay, what do you all think his personality is? A plus. Is that your child? I can see that. We know you are an A all the way.
My wife is melancholy.
Oh, now where's your wife?
What is that?
There.
Oh, melancholy. Without no. That's when I come back again. Amen, Elder Mark. We're going to do the temperament test. Everyone's going to do it that Friday night. I'm going to have the results. Maybe I'll come in on a Thursday, give the test, and then give the results on that Saturday afternoon. Amen. Melancholy is someone who's very. Einstein was melancholy. Beethoven was melancholy. They were geniuses.
Good point.
But your wife to live with you, she is a B-type personality.
Okay.
No.
She's B-type. But she will get aggressive with you because she has to.
Or she does.
She has to. But Stuart, she has to. I'm like with Martin, and she knows when, what, and why. All right? She's trying to stay married to you. All right?
Her cookies that keeps me on.
Your cookie keeps you going? All right. Why are you rubbing your head like, oh, Lord? All right. All right, so going back to my one, he is, yes, even when you read, you A-type B, A-type B, and you're A-type B, all right? So the type of person, are you dating anyone? Yes. Oh, where is she? She here? No. Oh, okay, she lucky she's not here. Get her up. All right, so her personality, if she's like your mom, all right, is she like your mom?
No.
Oh. That is a good thing, all right? Opposites attract, huh?
Uh-huh.
Amen. You know, the key factor, all right. So let's go back here, all right? Yes.
She's not like me because...
Uh-oh. What type of personality? You think A?
Yes, A.
A and B. A and B. Oh, Lord.
A and B.
B and C? A.
I take A.
Take charge, get it done, get out of my way. I'm coming at you, all right? All right, A. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, this is an easy one for you. This is an easy one for you. Sister Ellen, who's this?
A B.
B. You need B people. Now give me Sister Ellen, give me Brother Stewart, give me let's see, Marie, give me
Roy.
Give me you.
Roy.
Yes, come on up here.
Okay, do I have everybody? Come on, Ellen. Did I pronounce that right? Yes, come on. Ellen, come on. I got it. Marie, I need you.
I don't have a script, I'm sorry.
Okay. Brother Mark, I need you. Elder Mark.
Oh, good.
I need Elder Mark.
Good. I don't feel so
Okay,
lonely.
Don, I
don't
need
feel so
you.
lonely.
Don, I need you. Okay, get the mic there. All right. Whew. Okay. Come on, all right. Come on over here, Brother Stewart. Okay. Does anybody know what time the meeting is supposed to start? I thought you called this meeting. You did. You said we need to meet and go over all these things, okay? All right, can we get into the meeting, please?
Yes, 3:30.
All right, it's 3:34, all right? Why are we having this meeting? Didn't we go through all this last week at the church board? Why are we going through it again, Elder Mark?
People are forgetful, they're careless, they're just hanging out, not doing stuff.
No, I just don't understand. Don't you all have something to say? Don't you all have something to say? Don't you say?
People are late.
People are late. I'm tired of going things over and over again. All right. Brother Stewart, why do we have to keep going over the policy of the church? I say we need to get the new bathroom done and just finish it out.
I agree, but I have a senior moment. Sometimes I forget.
We have a saying. So all wives, I'm going to give you a little thing that I use at home. I used to use with Arthur. I will say, Arthur, I can't do you right now, okay? So Sharon, when Roy is in another place, Oklahoma, Texas, I can't do you right now, all right? Okay, Brother Stewart. All right, okay. Well, I call this meeting to order, all right? So we're discussing whether or not we're going to do the new bathrooms, all right? Can we make a vote, please?
Let's vote.
You all don't have anything to say? I can't believe these board members. Am I the only one that got an opinion in this church? Be quiet, Brother Stewart. Don't say that. But we'll be here till tomorrow, okay? Don't talk, Brother Stewart. We'll be here till tomorrow. Go ahead and do the vote, Elder.
All right, all in favor of starting the new bathroom?
I have another concern, okay? I feel that the Wi-Fi needs to get better in the church. We need better Wi-Fi.
Yes, we do.
You know, what is the Wi-Fi? What is your problem? This is why you need to be in the hospital somewhere.
We're talking about bathroom.
But I had another concern. Why do you always have to challenge me in the boardroom? Why? Okay? I had another concern. Because I had a concern because I tried to use my phone the other day in the bathroom and it didn't work, okay? Go ahead and make the vote, please. Take the vote.
All right, all in favor of starting a new bathroom, let's raise your right hand.
Raise that hand.
Opposed, say nay. It's carried. We start the new bathroom next week.
Why did you oppose it?
We got too many bathrooms already.
We don't. We got 5 bathrooms in the church. We need 6.
Finance, budget.
Listen, who made you the finance chair? All right, all you need to do is return your tithes and offering, okay?
I better say yes, I'd be willing.
Half the church don't even return the tithes and offering. That's why we in the situation we in. How is it that people are on the board and don't pay tithes and offering? I got a problem with that. All right, but that's another board meeting. All right, is there anything else on the agenda today? Because I need to go grocery shopping. What? It's not the Sabbath, it's Sunday over here. You know, we're in a board meeting. Yes, anything else?
We got to vote on changing the color of the carpet.
Oh, man. You know what? I think it should be hot pink, and we need to change the pews to a beautiful burgundy. Get rid of these colors.
Oh.
Burgundy and pink.
All right, the topic's open for discussion. Brethren, what do you think?
It's too dark.
Hot pink?
For the carpet?
For the carpet, it's too dark. Burgundy and pink, come on.
You know what? Well, what you got on right here?
No, we don't want our church to look like a discotheque, so we got to change the carpet. We got to do a little something a little more tame that doesn't hurt the eyes when you walk in, because we don't want the church to be inviting.
We need the church to be lively. You know, you see some pink carpet, you're going to feel like praising God.